Cephei 6 cycles 10 really to end the game. Um, we ended the last one with Wamata having AFK'd, Pretty Kitty coming on board, and there's their replacement in the horse four horsemen of the apocalypse, and the end game basically starting. Okay, so um, I've had a tough war here, more or less on my own. I've had some help from Cygnus for this border, and friends are starting to arrive. Okay, Slow and Steady basically says, I want to quit. We don't want to. Blood for the blood card, I declare. And so we're basically just playing to the end. Not a great deal to report of interest, though. So the big challenge is we got Kesa here, we got this here. I'm sitting on 70 odd stars. I don't know it at the time, but Cygnus is basically got the same number of stars as me. I'm pretty sure about that. I actually thought he had maybe slightly more. Pretty Kitty and Soda Water are about the same number of stars, and so we don't really want to end the game if I'm ready to quit because these are two interesting battles still, not like fighting each other, but like a race to the finish to see where we post. And actually, Slow and Steady I think is bigger than at least these two. I think at this moment in time he's probably bigger than he's the same size as me. That goes away, right? Um, what happens? Essentially, I've got everybody kind of moving across my territory because I span the middle. And essentially, what we end up with is I'm going to skip six at a time just because it's more interesting, kind of moving through. Now we end up in a bit of a race condition. I'm deciding to eat up Kesa here, uh, which goes pretty smoothly considering he's basically dead. And now is the moment. As you can see, skipping six ahead. The joy of a smuggler is even over these long distances, they go so quickly. So I'm spending all my tokens on smugglers now. Right, this game is now about speed, not power. Um, there's still a lot of ships here, right? And if you bear in mind, I can see 4,000 of slow and steady ships on this border. He still outnumbers me ships wise. Um, and of course, I've got three other allies, and he doesn't outnumber all of us, but still kind of going through. And then we just are mostly just sort of pushing up, right? And that takes us all the way to the modern times of 250. So uh, in that 2.5 cycles, unsurprisingly, slow and steady fighting the entire map doesn't take much. Peculiar is about to die. Kesa is dead. Spacewalk has, who I've not, there's some I've not come across. They were AFK. They came in. Spacewalks. They must have a carrier somewhere. I don't know what. They're basically dead. Um, so the order will certainly be either me or Cygnus winning, either Pretty Kitty or Soda Water third, Slow and Steady fifth. We decide to basically uh, just play to the end game, right? So these two are so close to each other that they should fight it out. I'm now 10 ahead of Cygnus because Cygnus, when we were here, Cygnus was about equal. But because I'm going on two borders and he's going on one, I'm going much faster than him. And also, this is now like up in the back lines. Slow and Steady isn't quite doing nothing. He's mostly defending binary stars. I lost this one by. I wish I'd been paying more attention. If I'd been paying more attention, I would have won this because I got got the weapons one tick later. So I feel annoyed about that one, but that's on me. The problem is it's just kind of a mad scramble now, so I lost the smuggler in the process. But I've still got two smugglers kind of chasing everything down here. That'll go to me. That'll go to me. That probably won't because he's defending these, at least in this instance. Don't know whether I'll go with the smuggler or not. We'll see. Um, but that one will go to me. So I think I'm going to win the game. after all this, uh, 250, 500 hours of play so far. Um, I mean, obviously, I wasn't there for every single hour of that, but that's how long the game's been going on. Um, and the team of four will win. It's just not the team of four I thought would win when we still had Momota in the mix. But it's not the most exciting final days, so there's not really a lot to report on. Now it is just mopping up. The main advantages I have, of course, are that I have the long border, right? So that gives me a lot of flexibility about where to attack. I can attack where it's weak because I can see it all and I'm not in one place. I can just say, okay, well, this is strong. I'll go here instead, which is why I'm now in the back lines, just kind of coming up behind and wrapping all this up. And of course, I'm able to manage sort of smugglers. So I get smugglers and change my specs all the time. As you can see, my um, this is a bit of a mess that I need to tidy up, to be perfectly blunt. Like that one. That shouldn't be going there. That should be going there. Fuck off. I hate when I do that. But I'm pretty much just building gates and carriers at this point. And then industry I'm building along my borders, but not anywhere in the back lines because it's just not any point. Uh, there you go. See, I've gone up to really high industry on some of these stars just because ships here are way more valuable to me than ships here that may not make it to the front lines before the end of the game. Um, yeah, so I'll do one last video probably when the game is actually over. That will be both a wrap up and some highlights of the game. But fundamentally, this game is done. Fingers crossed, it will be a win for me. Worst case, I'm taking second. There's just no chance of me taking less than second, uh, unless I kind of sat still and Cygnus sat still. Yeah, I think if me, Cygnus, and Soda Water all sat still, Pretty Kitty could win the game, right? But I don't think that's likely to happen. So yeah, should be a win. We'll see.